What has happened to our team? That was another absolutely shocking, embarrassing performance. This is your instant reaction to Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 3.
Let's go.
To be honest, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to start. I said in that intro, what has happened to our team? I just cannot put into words how absolutely embarrassed I am by that performance. We've tried to put a positive spin on it across the week, saying, if we get a win, we can go into the international break, we can play a positive team, we can put Guess on, we can put Marlon in. All those people played today, those two played today, and same result, worse result, in fact. Absolute embarrassment. Again, last week I said no urgency, no threat, no fight, no passion. And it was worse today. Absolute turgid performance. Nobody wanting to take responsibility. Nobody willing to beat a man. Did anyone, particularly in that first half, try and beat a player? Just passing the buck, just playing the easy pass every single time, just knocking it across the back, playing it up the right-hand side, playing it up the left-hand side, then going back, then going inside. I'll get into some of the individual players in a minute, but it's just ridiculous how bad these players are. Like, absolute bottlers. The lot of them, bottlers, absolute bottlers. They've bottled every single big game that we've had. You look at it, every big game that we've had when we've been the team that should be winning, we have bottled it. And some of these players, or most of these players, want out. If they had an offer on the table for them that was there, that was at the price range, in and around the price range that the club would accept, they would be gone. They're walking around, running around, not even running around, jogging around, feeling sorry for themselves. And that is Ollie Watkins, Morgan Rogers, even Yuri Tillemans, Matty Cash, just strolling about the pitch, feeling sorry for yourselves because you've seen a couple of other players jump off the boat and you want off as well. You want off. You're an embarrassment. All of you. Absolute bottle jobs. Absolute bottle jobs. All of you. I can't believe what I've just seen. It is just beggars belief. How have we gone from a team that has a bench with the likes of, I understand we have injuries before anyone gets in the comments, but the strength of the bench that we had last season, and we're bringing on Bradley Burrows, no disrespect to you, son, but what has happened to this team? How has it been so mismanaged and miscalculated? You can talk about FFP, PSR, SCR till the cows come home. We can have all the apologists on Twitter and on social media saying, oh, but we've had these constraints. We can't do this. We can't do that. It doesn't stop you from running. It doesn't stop you from working hard. It doesn't stop you from passing the ball to a teammate. It doesn't stop you from putting a tackle in. And it doesn't stop you from being able to see ahead, making changes, making signings, putting players in ahead of time to give them experience, to give them opportunities as well. Daniel Marlon last season, crying out for games, wasn't played. Give him 5 minutes here, give him 10 minutes here. Then he's put in from the cold today, just put in the game. No opportunity at all to do anything. No opportunity at all. He's had no games. I'm not making excuses for him because he was terrible today. But how have you mismanaged that situation? The same with Ian Matson. Has had plenty of opportunities to play more games last season. And then you put him straight into this game and say, right, go on, son, get forward, try and do your stuff. No coaching, no idea of what he's doing. And again, puts in an absolute stinker. We've totally mismanaged this team. And that comes down to the manager. And yes, you can have all the trust in Unai Emery, trust in the process, trust this, trust that, all you like. But he has to come under some criticism. He's looking flustered at the minute, and I don't blame him for that. You know, he's having players having to juggle players and things like that. But the same point, players aren't playing well enough at the moment. He needs to change tactics. We're too easy to play against. Same again, little bit of a flurry at the start, and then a couple of passes, and we carry on with the passes across the back, passes across midfield, go up the right-hand side, cut back, go up the left-hand side, cut back, and then it's back to square one again. And then the team scores a goal, whether it be on the break, this time it was a penalty, and then they just shut up shop and say, right, come on, break us down, and we can't do it. We've got no threat, no invention, no ideas, no one trying to beat anyone. And there we go. And that's down to the manager, as well as it is the players. That's down to the manager, and that's down to Unai Emery, and it's not good enough. And you talk about, and I've talked about the management of the squad and the management of the situation with the transfer window. There's a transfer window every summer. There's a transfer window every January. Monchi is meant to be this head honcho, this director of football operations. He can operate in these transfer windows amazingly well. Well, we haven't really seen it, have we? I went through the signings last week. We're still playing with Steven Gerrard's players. We're still playing with Steve Bruce's players. We're still playing with Dean Smith's players. What's happened to all these young players that are meant to be the top players across Europe who just go out on loan and then don't get in the first team, aren't good enough for the first team? What's happened to being able to unearth gems across, who've played in first teams and trying to coach them through? What's happened to that? What's happened to the odd big signing? Where's that gone? He's got to take some criticism. It's not good enough. We're now panicking. Oh, it's all right. We've got Victor Lindelof coming in. What are we talking about here? This is absolute joke. And then we get stuff in the news about Paqueta and this player and that player. And now Martinez is going to Manchester United. So we're panicking to try and get a goalkeeper in. How have we got to this stage? It's bad. Rank, bad job. It's a rank job. That's all you can say. Terrible. And then we get on to some of the players today. Matty Cash. I've tried defending him. I think sometimes he's a good 1v1 defender, but his quality on the ball is so bad. And his decision making at times is so bad. Makes a rash challenge, gets a yellow card, plays Kamada on side for the penalty. Then he's responsible for his pass. What a terrible pass it is. Inside to Donyelman, who's going outside to create the angle for you to pass it to him. Or to create an angle for you to carry on running. But no, you decide to pass the ball to the space he's left. And then you don't block the cross. It's a terrible clearance from Ezri Konsa. And Mark Gay just bends it in the top corner. But how many times have we said we need to upgrade at right back? And he's still playing. It's not good enough. Ollie Watkins has a chance, but his movement, there's no movement. He had a couple of playing off the shoulder type moments in the first half where you thought, right, yes, he's trying to get in behind. But then he's trying to play little flicks first time. Just get a good touch on the ball. Get yourself into the game. Misses his good chance. Then we don't give him any service, but he doesn't move. He doesn't get involved in the game. He doesn't drop into play. He doesn't allow anyone to run in behind him. And the biggest one, I keep saying it, the biggest one is Morgan Rogers. What has happened to you, son? You have been absolutely awful. Like, you wouldn't even get into a League Two side with the way that you're playing at the moment. It is terrible. Whether you are playing because you think there's a move on the cards, well, if there is a move on the cards, like I said, I don't think Morecambe would be signing you, mate. Let alone Chelsea or Man City. I don't think you completed a pass today. It was embarrassing. Yes, you might have had a shot that was saved by the goalkeeper, but you're not running past anyone. Your first touch is terrible. Every time you're trying to play a reverse pass, it's the wrong choice. It gets blocked. You've got to mix up your game. Absolutely terrible performance from Morgan Rogers. Emi Buendia gets some credit, and I've given him a lot of criticism, but he came on and actually changed it in the second half in terms of giving us some impetus going forward and actually moved, gave us some rotation in midfield. We're too rigid. We've got McGinn and Tielemans today in that defensive midfield duo, and then we had Gesson and Rogers in there. And Gesson was on the left. Rogers and Marlon were meant to be the two number 10s. They didn't move once. They didn't rotate positions. They didn't drop deep for the ball. They didn't have a clue what they were doing. Not a clue what they were doing. Gesson looks way off the pace, came off at half time. Again, not his fault, but just terrible. Didn't know what he was doing, didn't know where he should be, wasn't tracking back, was just in no man's land. And same with Daniel Marlin, if I'm being honest, just terrible. And I don't know where we go from here. We haven't scored a goal. We haven't scored a goal in 3 games. And I would bet that we've probably had about 6-7 shots on target. We haven't had a one-on-one against the goalkeeper. We haven't had made the goalkeeper make an amazing save. Everything's been straight at the goalkeepers. We haven't even looked like scoring. So something has to be done. And how are you going to do that in this transfer window? How is it magically going to change? How is Morgan Rogers magically going to find his sensational form again? How is Ollie Watkins going to get all of a sudden get service again? The players that are out, that are injured, Kamara, Onana, and Barkley, ultimately, what are they going to do? What are they going to do about getting us pushed forward up the pitch more? Nothing. Nothing. So what is going on with this team? Who is making these decisions? I don't want to hear any excuses about FFP, PSR, SCR again. This is not good enough and something needs to change. I'll be back 9:30 for the Lions Roar. Hopefully I have a few guests on. We'll talk a bit more, get their thoughts on the game. But that's my thoughts on it. Hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. We're so close to 6,000. If we could get 6,000 today, that would be amazing. Give me at least something to cheer. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but that was absolutely awful. We all follow the Villa.